Howdy, partners. Welcome back to another Birdie Bash.
What the heck? This isn't a cowboy hat.
Well, sometimes, partner, you can take the cowboy hat off the cowboy, but you can't take the cowboy hat out his heart.
No, but like seriously, this is not a cowboy hat.
Are you telling me that every hat a cowboy wears true to his heart isn't a cowboy hat?
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what I'm saying.
Well, sometimes cowboys drive 30 minutes away from their house and realize they may have forgotten their actual hat.
So does this count as like one of our mulligans right off the rip?
I guess that do be fair. How you doing today, Dennis? Looks like we're gonna be seeing you a lot. You having a good one?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Birdie Bash. We're here at the University of Montevallo. This is a track that I have played for a long time. Absolutely love this course. I think it's so fun. Has several really like finicky par threes, but they're like really cool shots that I think are a lot of fun. Now there are, besides hole one, 2 pin positions on every single hole, and this is our first course that I'm aware of that we've done for Birdie Bash where eagles are on the table. So my apologies because
this cowboy truly did forget his hat at home.
But we're gonna see if that really like messes with the vibe we got going. So because I don't know what pin position things are in, there's a couple holes that are like really difficult birdies that I think are gonna take several shots. And also some of these is gonna be like, it's quite a haul, quite a walk setting this up, and we're gonna be in the middle of an open field just getting beaten down by the sun. We're gonna see if we can hold on. So with all that being said, mulligan line is 25, or I guess 24 because we forgot the cowboy hat. And if we get an eagle, here's what we're gonna put on the table. Eagle gives us, we're gonna say 5 mulligans back, but going for the eagle often can result in a par or a bogey. So that's why it's risky. I remember a time we were stepping up and throwing fairway drivers. That's how long ago I've started playing this course. And today we're gonna go range, a little 1 speed. I think that's short, but makeable. Just had to get on the dance floor, get the putt going, get the putt started. We're gonna need the putt to be on in order to shine today. Bang. Hole that's this wide open, it's gotta get to the dance floor. All right, so this one is, there's like a straight shot right through the woods right there. Like you can see kind of this split. And if you go down there, the basket, these are old, I think they're like Mach 2s or Mach 3s. They're like really tough to see on certain wood lines, just kind of know where it's at. But I used to go felon wide and let it crash in because I knew I wanted like the bite. But the more that I look at it, it's only 238 feet. And so because of that, I wanna make sure, I'm gonna try to just put it high and wide and let it crash in and try to dot the distance up instead of going the felon to hang it so much wider. I don't think that I need, I mean, comfortably like what, 280 is what we always say on these. It's over there. It's our first forehand of the day. So we wanna throw something we're confident in. We have a lot of pig forehands out here, especially if the pin positions are in certain spots. So that's gonna be, it's gonna be clutch. I also wanna take a minute to thank the sponsor of today's video, Goodr. You're gonna see some fantastic eyewear throughout the rest of this video because as I am fearing being out in the sun and being out in the middle of a field and trying to find the basket, see my lines, hit good shots, the sun could be a problem, but not with Goodr. With Goodr on my side, I not only am gonna have so many different style options available to me, but my wife's gonna be happy because they're styles that she can like. If I'm going skiing, I got styles I can use. There are so many different options available and they're polarized. So it's so awesome that they're actually high quality sunglasses. And one of the best parts is that they're not gonna break the bank. Prices start at $25. And guys, with as many style options that are out there, I was hanging out with the guys this last weekend and they were like, hey, I've never seen that style of Goodr before. And I was like, yo, check it out, goodr.com. And you can get a discount code by using code Robbie at checkout and save yourself a little bit of dough while looking fly out on the course. So thanks to Goodr for sponsoring today's video and for sponsoring the channel all year long. You know what? Was that lucky? Maybe. We definitely nubbed it on the top, but this basket, I forget that this basket is shorter. Like, I'm 6'3", And I mean, this thing is like top of it's not even like, it's barely at my rib cage. So I don't mind that we didn't really change our putt. We threw a confident putt, and I think that's something, if you've got a course that the baskets change heights and things like that, then don't change everything in order to make it work. But also, shook has this mini. My friend Wes got his friend to make this. CNC it into wood, and it's literally the pig mold. We are on hole 3. Strong start so far. It's in the D position, which is deep position, or B position, which is the long one, which actually gives me a little bit of hope, because that means that we're not just in OG position. So you're just trying to throw a turnover. Obviously, this tree's in play and this tree's just over. You want to get down there. The first few holes, I keep saying it, is just got to get on the dance floor. Give yourself a chance to putt. None of these holes are inherently that long, so just a okay tee shot can put you, if your putt's on, into strong position. That doesn't stand a chance. So we're gonna go ahead and burn a mulligan here. We're gonna go ahead and go range. I don't understand how they got through what it got through, but it's on the dance floor, and 2 mulligans down because of the hat, and that's understandable. Hit sort of the last guardian tree. Like I'm just at the base of this tree. The other pin position. Bang. This is one that I realized we took a mulligan on the last hole, but this is one that usually, like, I can be cruising and be 3 down through the first 3, and somehow I always mess this one up. It's just 178 feet for the short, 208 feet for the far, and it's in the long position, but you're just trying to pump something straight down there and then let it fade. I always like soft it because I don't want to go too like far, and when I throw it soft, I end up in the left, and like there's just nothing in the left. So we're going Precious Child here. We're throwing Precious Child on, trying to, on shots that we think we get the ace, because I think it might be time for this to retire. Yeah, like even that was inside, but I went high enough that I got through. So said it once, to set it again. You ready to get on the dance floor? Better than we deserve. Like, it was inside, but it's so open. There's like those section of trees that make the front. And then once you miss those, you're off to the races. Our worst nightmare. This is the one that when I set the line for the course, I was like, whew, it can't be in this position. Because we're gonna have to have a throw in. This is 445 feet uphill, literally 80% of the fairway, and then when you get to the top, you have flat distance to the basket. I'm gonna have to absolutely just crush one further than I've ever thrown before. It's tough because you can't even really like flex the forehand and go wide. We're gonna give this several efforts. I'm gonna start with the backhands and warm up the forehand. And when I say warm up the forehand, I mean literally we're gonna warm the forehand up and like know that we're gonna spin a couple. I think this is one that we're gonna throw the tee shots, and we're gonna remember the order of the tee shots and walk and set this up just for clarity. It was a good rip of the trail to start. Stitch went far. That one we held on to, but not good. Okay. That's got to be higher. There it is. I mean, that's our best chance so far. Okay. But not that low. Yeah, okay. All right, so we went ahead and picked up green steel and the 2 forehands that we turfed because they just never stood a chance. Like, I mean, the throw in is definitely on the table, but not really. This was a rip that I'm proud of with the trail. I mean, I'm up on the hill. This is easily over 400. It's wide, but easily. I'm still so far away from the basket. But I mean, I absolutely obliterated Sharingan. I think I've birdied this hole once, and actually my entire life in this pin position. I like the effort. I like the line. It just short. One of the best forehands I've ever thrown in my life. Certainly the best looking 2 I've ever had here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jake, if you're watching this, I mean, can you imagine telling ourselves this when we started playing Tour de Disc Golf, that we would be putting from here? So this is one that's 297 feet. It's like, you can somewhat maybe see the white little spoke sitting in front. Well, it's back to the right of that. So hopefully if we can just rip one down there, we can push in and leave ourselves a long look. But we're just gonna see forehand pig. I will say, in assessing the time and looking at sunlight that I have available, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put us at 18 just in case, to give a better chance. You guys let me know if this system's okay. If I'm burning the mulligans early to throw the tee shot to save myself the walk. Still counting them even if I don't even get there. Like, let's say that I throw this and it's okay, but then I make the long look from the pig. Still counting this. Okay, that should be fine. I think that we're here and we're just, had to give it an honest effort. Bang. Gosh, the putt feels so good right now, dude. It's 322 feet right there for the taking. So we're gonna go with my new Z Sparkle Cicada. I'm excited to test cicadas, cigarras, and eagles and see what variation of fairways we end up with. Okay, we got the distance. Now the fade. I love that. Okay, this is another one that I'm gonna burn the second mulligan. I'm just gonna go with an ESP Cicada. Try to be a little more direct at it. Yeah. I mean, we got a hold of that one so much cleaner, but it's wider. Let's go team stamped eagle. Oh, but that one's so much more overstable than the others. We'll go 15, we'll just go green steel. There it is. Green steel was the guy. I mean, I have absolute confidence. Okay. The other cicada is longer than this. Just, you know, I already used the mulligan. Might as well get the putting practice. Bang. What to throw, what to throw. I think that we're going to go flippy so that I can just lean into it and yam on it. I always try to convince myself on this hole that because I throw a putter at the downhill, that because the other one's 40 feet further, I can just get a mid-range there, and I just can't. And there it is. Skips up there. It's also the benefit of throwing the faster disc, is it skips up the hill versus the mid that kind of like hits and sits. There it is. You probably at times, guys, see me take the Goodrs off in the woods. It's just because it's so dark. They're too good. So much mud on that last hole. 185 feet, forehand pig, hang it wide, crash it in. Short. Maybe it wasn't as far away as it felt, like the slope went away from the hill. That's something to consider. Like if it was all flat up there, it's probably fine, but the slope is still part of the hole. This is a good day and a good problem to have because both my straddle and my stagger are feeling good. So I walk up to a putt like this and I'm like, what is it? And I think when you're having that, like, just go with whatever your gut wanted to do, because that's the one that you're probably most confident in subconsciously. Yeah, I mean, never left the pole. So I think this is a forehand all day because of the way that it's like wide open here and then it slants into the hill. Here's the thing, is that we're trying to get better at the backhand, trying to get some distance goals unlocked. I'm never going to do that if I just constantly lean on the forehand. And so it's 266 uphill. That feels not true. But we're gonna go Sacco Big Z Buzz and get wide. I'm gonna aim to go on hyzer right of that T sign up there, or that road sign, and then just let it sort of fade in. Yeah, what's cool about putts and doing challenges like this is that this is a death putt in every form and fashion. But we don't really care because you have to get the birdie here. Man, it's gonna be awesome when we make this putt. Mario got me. Really, I mean, they were cheering for Mario, so. It's me, Mario. 15 mulligans. We are highly blessed and favored. It's in the short. Still, I think one of the best, probably one of the most iconic courses or holes on the course. Downhill tunnel shot that, like, you're so tempted to flex something and try to get close to the basket, but you can just throw it dead straight. Like, there's nothing wrong with throwing it dead straight, which is why we're actually gonna go straight pig here, because I'm okay just smashing this thing down there. I don't need it to fade. I don't need it to flex. I just need to throw it dead straight. I'm not even going, like, truly overstable pig. And for a brief second, I thought we aced it. What should be, if we ace in this challenge, if an eagle gives us 4 back, what should an ace be? You guys let me know. Because I guess it would technically, like an ace would be an eagle as well. But it feels like it means more. Bang! This is one that I struggled to get for a little while. This is a new pin position. It used to be just dead straight at the top of the hill. It's now up to the right, and I tried throwing a backhand at it for a long time, tried throwing turnovers. And then I played a event out here at the University of Montevallo disc golf team, and dude just stepped up and put a forehand up there, and I was like, oh, okay. Because even that, like, is bad. But we're still up there. I am gonna go ahead and use the mulligan, because mentally I feel like I've got strokes to play with right now. Oh yeah, okay, exact same. But that one's OB in the road. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, didn't think this was gonna be the hole that got me. Shutting gun. And then swing for me, buddy. There it is. I'm not even gonna need to putt the other ones because they're all long. Circle 2 looks. Shotgun gun's right there. Willing those into the basket. My putting students know. Gotta get that a little more pop early. Okay, so this is an interesting one because it is pretty poke and hopey. There is a white pole like 204 feet away. And I really like that pin position because it's kind of death down to the left. So you have to like throw in on a hyzer. You can throw dead straight to get there, but that's obviously really tough. If you come in on the hyzer, you usually like bring the hill into play. But then the other pin position is just at the bottom of the hill. You kind of just throw out wide and let it crash down there and then hope you have a putt. I'm going A4 here, doing exactly that. Can't really see from my vantage point. It seems like it was early. This is one of the ones that, like, I don't know that it makes the hole harder. It just makes the hole like weirder. Like you just throw the same shot just farther. I'm pretty sure that I landed in this, but my disc is upside down. So it rolled, like it came in on hyzer, but there's like a bunch of junk in there. It's one of those, we take it. Like we don't know what happened, but it's definitely. There we go. That was a flatter putt. I like that. That one felt really good. The next hole is even more unfortunate. I want to show you the green before we get up to the tee box because you're gonna not be able to see the green, but you gotta get an appreciation for it. So the tee is back there, probably, yeah, back there. And you come into this green and it's downhill and it's protected. Got some guardian trees that you gotta miss high. And then it's hard packed ground as you can see here. So you can't come in with something fast. It's just gotta kind of come in and drop to that basket. So it's just a forehand pig. Pick your aim point, let it crash in. Like that's really short, but got a good kiss off that tree to move me. I also think it's important to note that like my friends and I started playing disc golf in college, 2012. And I really want to say 2014. It was 2014 or 2015. It was like right after we graduated college, we did our first tour day disc golf where we played 4 rounds of doubles in one day. And this is the course that we always start at. And it was like a great reason for everybody to come back in town. And so we've been playing this course for so long that like, even then I didn't have an amazing forehand, but like some of these shots I've been throwing for over 10 years. This is a course that probably when you watch me play it on camera, like I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, but it looks easier than it probably is just because these shots are like subconscious in my brain. One of my highest rated rounds ever is on this track. 168 feet. When it's to the left at 145 feet, literally I jump putt down there. And I don't even have a far jump putt. I love this hole. I think this hole is super cool. It's a very particular shot that has to like get overstable fast. So I'm gonna go Justice and try to pop the Justice enough to get it to hold straight long enough to get down there. The other option is you can, this is within the rules, you can stand off the tee pad. And if you stand off the tee pad, as long as the disc is out of your hand when you go to throw, you're safe. So if you do this, you can really lean in. We'll see if we can break this hole. It's not very good. But I think that's the right play. There it is. And that hit something solid. Bang. Okay, down to 10. If the eagles are in play, we're gonna have some decisions to make where like we can force the eagle, but also take the easy birdies. We're feeling good. Pig. Really cool. I think that's a really fun option. And then obviously you just punch it straight down the gut if you want to, but I like the wide play because you can actually like throw a normal feeling shot, which is really cool. So we got 10 shot. Here's what I'm gonna go ahead and say. I think we need 5 to save 5 for the last 2 holes. Specifically, we probably need to save them all for hole 17. This is where I don't think that the line was egregious. I think that I played really well today. I think we're gonna try to ace with Precious Child, and I'm gonna throw it, and we're gonna give ourselves a few mulligans to get it. That's a 1. Oop. Off that tree. It's a good effort. No. One more. Now we just gotta lace it. Okay. Hopefully it hit a tree down there. Bang. Yeah, I mean, that was Precious Child's last attempt on this course. The next 2 holes are dead drivers. This is a shot that like, it's really hard to translate over camera. It's a very particular flex forehand that you just trying to chunk into the canopy up there. And you come down on it. And if it punches through the canopy, it flexes out and it goes over like a little ravine in there. I think it gets harder mid-year where that stuff's grown up, but we're gonna try it to see what happens. And I mean, if you punch out, the birdie should be there. I heard a plop. So the gap that you have to get out of is pretty technical in terms of the par 3. This is where it's here. Obviously it makes it seem like it's really easy because you just throw that flex forehand, but it's got low penetration. Like it's gotta get through some gaps out here. Why it's a super easy par 4 is because if you just make it out here, it's just a chip over to the basket that's like right there. Like that's brain off just next to the bucket. Not in the par 4 position anymore. All we gotta do is take a par on there, or take a birdie on this last hole. We can't take a par. And we walk away with all of our discs. So let's try to send 1 or 2 for the eagle. Let's see. It's down on the rock up there. That is where basket is. But that last tree that makes like all the way up there is a Mando left. So you have to go inside of it. I like that because the hole is 435. So I mean, if we can get a hold of red Sharingan like we did on hole 5, well, I mean, simple. That's got to fight sooner. Nah, okay. Oh, that's so rude, dude. Oh, that's so rude. That one branch hit it. There we go. It's 2 different looks. We had 5 to spare. Just got to put this under the bucket. And we're in. Bang. For today's video, hope you guys enjoyed. For those of you who know Birmingham, we're saving Inverness for a little bit. I'm gonna have to have a cameraman for Inverness. What's the next course in town? What are we hitting? We'll give you options, but I'll let you guys decide like what is truly where we headed next. So hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please make fantastic for someone else too. For now, we're gonna leave you with the birdie.